Domo arigato, geek to me radio, da 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 da. Domo arigato, geek to me radio, da 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 da.
Welcome, geeks and nerds, girls and boys, to a brand new edition of Geek to Me Radio. Tonight we're doing live Friends Trivia. My special guest and co-host, Susan Eisenberg, will be joining me as we dish out the questions. Feel free to call in. We'll have instructions on how you can participate to win one of 4 Friends prize packs. Stand by.
We're talking TV, comics and movies, and video games. And if you don't know Star Trek from Star Wars, we'll try to explain. There are 12 doctors, 4 Hogwarts houses, 1 ring rules them all. To be the greatest Pokemon master, you must catch them all. You must catch them all. Try to catch them all. Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all.
And if you're driving around the greater St. Louis area tonight, hearing us on the Big 550 KTRS, thank you for tuning in there. If you're streaming us out there in the world, thank you very much for finding us there. And we're very excited to do our first, we'll see how it goes tonight, my first TV-themed trivia. We're going to maybe test the waters here. If it goes well, maybe we'll do Star Wars trivia another night. We might even do some Seinfeld trivia that went over big when we had Bill Cleveland, his trivia night show, which this is where that show got birthed from. And does that make Bill Cleveland my father? I think that does. I'll talk to Bill about that. Happy Father's Day, Bill, if you're listening. But right now we've got special guest and my co-host, the woman who's been on this show more than me, Susan Eisenberg. How are you?
I'd like to think of it as my show.
It really is at this point. I think it's very nice of you to have me, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you for being my co-host.
Of course.
I'm so excited. And listen, the Star Wars, probably I wouldn't be great. But if you ever do the Sex and the City, trivia night, I'm your girl.
Okay.
I'm your girl. You just let me know.
Yeah, name 3 of Carrie Bradshaw's exes. That'll be one of the questions.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
you know.
So do we want to flip it and do that tonight instead of Friends? No, we want to do Friends.
We've already advertised it. The posters were made.
Yeah,
it cost me a small
do
fortune. So no, we'll proceed with Friends trivia.
Okay.
And
All
we've
right.
got people watching. If you're watching on Instagram right now, or if you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook, hello to you. Just to make it simpler on me, because you see I'm like frantically, I'm doing the control board and putting spots in and talking and trying to keep track of everything. So if you want to play and you're watching on Instagram or one of our streaming services, we love that you want to play. All you have to do is call in. So the call-in line, 314-931-5877, and it just goes as simply as this. You call in, I ask you a trivia question from the TV show Friends. You get that right. Then we put your name in a drawing, and at the end of the night, we're going to draw 4 names out, and we're going to have one of 4 Friends prize packs. Now, Susan, I know you're asking, James, what do you have for prizes?
Wow, you're like a mind reader.
I knew it, see?
I actually was thinking of that.
We do have prizes. So I have a set of 7 Friends Funko Pops. So there's the 6 main characters, and then there's a Gunther Pop as well. And then we have a Lego set from Lego. It's the coffee house with the all the characters, and again, Gunther. And then we also have a Friends cooking set. It's actually this really heavy cookbook. There's a little Friends apron and stuff like that. So, and then another prize is a Friends trivia game, so you can play at home with your friends or family. So there's one of 4 prizes to win, and it's going to be very simple. Like let's do a quick test question. Susan, you'll be the first person to play, and we'll do a quick trivia question for you. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Just to show you, now I tried to make these questions in degrees of difficulty. So I don't want them to be so easy that they're just giveaways, but I want them not to be too hard.
Give me an easy one.
Okay, so how's this one? Which character on the show has a twin?
Oh, okay. So Phoebe has a twin.
That's correct. Phoebe, her twin's name is Ursula, and it was actually from Mad About You that Ursula worked in the coffee shop there.
Yes, I
So
remember.
see-
Did you watch her? Did you watch her on Mad About You? 'Cause
I
I
did.
remember her.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
That's where she got her start, and then they kind of brought that
Yep.
character over. So we actually have our first caller on the line here. I'm trying to read
so
the name because it's
exciting.
very tiny print. Gamma, is that right? Let me see if we got, let me put her on the air here. Gamma,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Now I can, yes, thank you. I'm
Yes.
still learning the phone system, so thank you for bearing with me.
Yeah, sure, no problem. It's my first time calling into a radio show.
Oh, wow. Well, how about that?
Exciting.
Thanks for
Yeah,
calling
I'm
in.
excited.
So are you a huge Friends fan?
So, like, James and I are fans of this podcast, and he's like, I'm doing a Friends trivia, and I'm like, oh, it sounds like fun, so here I am.
Perfect. Okay. Well, let me gauge your degree. How much of a Friends fan are you? Say, like on a scale of 1 to 10. 1, I know of the show. 10, I have all the seasons at home and I've watched them at least 20 times. How big of a Friends fan are you? So I make sure I gauge your difficulty level here on the question.
I'm guessing, like, maybe around an 8, because I used to be obsessed with it, and then I just sort of stopped watching, and then I started watching it again. And my name's pronounced Guama. It's
Guama,
like
I'm
the
sorry.
island Guam, but with an A at the end of it.
Gotcha.
Oh, what a
Guama.
big
Okay.
name.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
thank you. What was your name? It was like Susan or something.
Susan Eisenberg is my guest host. Yes.
Oh, okay. So I'm talking to you guys right now. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yes, you're talking to both of us.
Oh, okay, because I think there might be a lag with my computer, or maybe I'm not paying attention to it, because, yeah, I'm all the way out here in Pennsylvania, and I'm like, oh, wait, this is Missouri.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, calling from Pennsylvania. I love technology. This is great.
Yay!
And I'm in Los Angeles, so it's like all
Oh.
connected.
I feel like we
Yeah.
should be
See,
doing
we're
a
all
big
over the
business
place, and
deal.
here
We've
we
got
are talking
Philadelphia,
about
Los
Friends.
Angeles, and St. Louis on the line.
Yeah, I don't know how many callers you guys have, but this is exciting.
Good. I'm glad you're excited. This is great. I like people to be excited. So, all right. So, Guama, here's your question.
Okay.
And let's see. This you should be able to get this one. On
Okay.
the TV show Friends, Joey, who as an actor played a character called Dr. Drake Ramore. What was the soap opera that he starred on?
Days of Our Lives.
That is correct.
Yay!
All right. So
I
we've got
remember
our
because Joey was
first.
my favorite. I had such a huge crush on Matt LeBlanc. And now he's like a meme, like the Bernie Sanders chair meme, and it's just super adorable.
It totally is.
Susan, you probably should have tried to get Dr. Drake Ramore for SoapCon.
No
Okay, now I'm
kidding.
hearing it. There's like a lag between like the phone and the radio. I had no idea. This is super cool.
That's all right. Yeah, if you got the radio
All
up, there
right.
might be a bit of a lag. But so, Guama, congratulations. We're going to put your name in. I'm going to put you back on hold. Bob is going to get your phone number, and then we're going to give you a call back. And if we draw your name, okay?
Okay, thanks, James. I guess I'll see you in the Who Would Win fandom. And Susan, it's a great show. I'm giving a free plug for Who Would Win. Ray and James would be so proud.
It is a very
Thank
good
you.
show. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
Thanks so
you
much.
so
I'm going to
much.
plug you on hold.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to put her on hold to see if I don't disconnect her here. We'll do that and then hold. Yes, look at that. I did it. All right, so now we're going to go. So Guama is on hold. Bob, you should be able to pick her up by hitting that line number out. Not the number, but that button. I'm going to go to Dave. We have on line. Dave, how are you?
I am very well, James. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for calling, and say hello to Susan Eisenberg.
Hello, Susan Eisenberg. I'm a very, very big fan. Love hearing you on the show.
Oh, man, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, we just discussed earlier, Dave. This is Susan's show. I'm just proud to be part of it. So, how big of a Friends fan are you, Dave?
Oh, well, I've seen just about every episode on there in the friggin', what is the phrase, syndication
Yes.
of it all. So I'm a decently big fan, probably a 6 out of 10,
Six out of
6.5 out of 10.
Okay, all right. Let's see here. All right. Well, this one should be fairly easy for you to get them. What are the first names of Ross and Monica's parents?
Oh,
And if you can name the dad or the mom, not the actor, but their name. Obviously Geller, but give me either the mom or the dad. If you get them both, that's great. But if you can get one or the other.
Well, blast! You have stumped me, sir.
Well, see, I want good karma tonight. I don't want to stump you, so let's try a different question. Here we go. Monica dated an ophthalmologist named Richard. What actor played ophthalmologist Richard?
That would be the original Indiana Jones, Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck is correct.
Woohoo!
See?
Well, thank you, sir, for that second chance.
No problem. I want good karma tonight. So if people are listening and they might be intimidated, I want people to be intimidated all. So, Dave, I'm going to put you on hold. Bob is going to get your name and phone number, and we'll do our drawing at the end of the night, and hopefully you are one of our winners.
Well, thank you, sir. I will be listening the rest of the evening.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Plug you on
Thank you.
hold here if I can do it without disconnecting you. Let's see how that works. Yes, 2 out of 2. I've done it.
Wow, well done, you.
I know. So, Susan, did you know the answers to all 3 of those questions so far?
Okay, so far I knew the 3 questions and the 3 answers. You know, like if you go deep, I may waffle a little bit, but so far I'm good. So far I'm 3 for 3.
Okay, well, see if you, because we didn't get an answer to the first question that I asked Dave, which were what are the name of Ross's and Monica's parents? Do you know their first names?
Okay, tell me if I'm right or wrong here. Isn't the dad Jack?
That's correct.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was Judy.
That is
Judy
correct.
Geller.
Look at you.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I watched the show. I know the show, and I loved the show, and I loved the reunion.
The reunion was a lot of fun too.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, so much fun, so much fun.
So
you know, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a 10, but I'd say I'm I don't know, 7.5, 8.
yeah, I'd say I'm probably around. I'd put myself at a 7.5. Because some of the earlier seasons, we're going back and rewatching them. I'm like, oh, I forgot about this episode, but this is great. I love this stuff. And the later episodes, by that time the DVDs had been rolling out, and I was able to watch them quite a bit more frequently.
Well, being the hopeless romantic I am, and you know, I loved the Ross and Rachel stuff. I mean, I couldn't get enough of them, and that was just like, I mean, during the reunion, just hearing that they had a crush on each other in real life.
That was surprising. I didn't think anyone. Now,
It made me giddy.
You're much more intuitive as a woman. Did you pick up on that originally? Because I had no clue.
You know, I thought they had incredible chemistry, and he genuinely seemed smitten by her. But you know, they could also just be brilliant actors. But the chemistry was real. I mean, you can't fake chemistry. So, am I the only one in the universe who thinks that? Aren't they both single? I mean, do we think they have these 2 kids to have a chance?
Now you stumped me. I know. I think David Schwimmer has a child, if not children, but I'm not sure if he's still married or not. So yeah, who knows? Maybe that'd be something if all of a sudden, because Jennifer Aniston's had trouble, staying in a relationship, and I think it's. Some of the men she's picked have been questionable, in my opinion, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. Well, but maybe this is all meant to be.
See?
So, I don't know if I know he was married. I think he's divorced. He could be remarried or with a significant other. But isn't it kind of exciting and thrilling to think that if he's single and she's single, wouldn't it be somewhat special if these two?
I think it would be. And then,
yeah, right?
And, like I said, she's had some questionable choices in the past. John Mayer. But I think if the 2 of them got together, if David Schwimmer, I think, and if you're listening or watching this right now and you're streaming it, put a comment into the page either on Instagram or YouTube. Who do you think you'd like to see Jennifer Aniston end up with? If David Schwimmer or someone else who maybe she hasn't dated yet, or is there someone else you like? We've got one call we're going to take it before we go to commercial break. We have, I believe this is Jake on the line. Jake, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing well. Thanks very much for calling in tonight. Are you a huge Friends fan?
I would say I'm at about a 10.
Oh,
but,
wow.
Now I'm a little nervous though, so the pressure might get to me. So
okay, all right. Well, we'll keep it on the towards the 7 or 8 side of it. Let's see. How about this? This is one I wouldn't have known right off, but I remember hearing it after I saw the answer. So we'll see how this goes for you, Jake. What is Chandler Bing's middle name?
It's Muriel.
That is correct.
Oh my God! Yay! Well done.
Thank you.
We didn't even have to have Susan bail you out on that one. That's impressive. So all right. So what we're gonna do, Jake, is we're gonna put you on hold. Bob's gonna get your information, and if we're gonna do a drawing at the end of the night, and hopefully you'll be one of our winners, and we'll be able to send you one of these cool prize packs.
All right.
Before I
sounds
let
good.
you go,
And-
let me ask you, who is your favorite character on the show?
oh, that's a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to go with Chandler.
Chandler. See, me too.
Oh, yeah, he was
Yeah.
so good.
hmm And just wanted to say it was all Brad Pitt's fault, not Jennifer Aniston.
I agree.
So,
I
yeah,
agree.
just throwing that out there. So.
I don't.
God, yeah, totally.
I don't disagree.
Totally.
Down with Brad Pitt. See, they invited him to Thanksgiving. That's when it all just went down
Right.
from there. Jake, thanks so much for calling. I'll plug you on hold, give Bob your information, and we'll get back to you later.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let me put him on hold. And then, Susan, if you're okay to stay with us, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
I'm in.
Perfect. All right. So if you're wanting to call in, we're doing another round of trivia after this commercial break. 314-931-5877. We'll be right back with more Friends Trivia after this. Stand by.
Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the away.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith, Silent Bob, and you're listening to Geek to Me Radio, man. This is the only radio show that the guy does Batman Beyond listens to for his geek news.
And we're back. You know, we're doing Friends Trivia tonight. I remember in 2004 when the finale aired at Marcus Theaters down at Ronnie's in South County. They were showing the finale on the big screen out there in their lobby. And Marcus Theaters, Ronnie's is still there. What a great place to go see a movie. All the Marcus Theaters are great. We just, about a month ago, had a screening of Wrath of Man at their brand new Mid-Rivers Mall location. And I tell you what, if you're listening to the show before, you've heard me say it, movies is one of the biggest things I missed during the pandemic, because no matter what your system is like at home, no matter the size of your TV, your surround system you have, it's not the same as going to a theater on opening night with 100 people screaming when that hammer flies into Captain America's hand in the big Endgame battle of Avengers Endgame. That's not something you can recreate at home. Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, Bob just said spoiler alert for those of you who haven't seen the movie from 3 years ago. But it's going to the movies is an experience, and nobody does it better than Marcus. If you're still a little nervous, we get that totally. Marcus has gone above and beyond with their sanitation procedures. They've got the little door kicks where you can use your feet to open the door. You can even download the Marcus Theaters app. You can order your concessions right there from your phone, so they're ready and waiting for you when you arrive for a more contactless experience. And even better, if you're really worried about it, you can rent a private theater. Go to the website marcustheaters.com, find the Marcus Theater or movie tavern closest to you. You can actually rent a private theater for you and 20 of your closest friends. Maybe you've been kind of bubbling with people during quarantine, or maybe you know some people who have been vaccinated, like, yeah, we'll go out and see a movie. So have that be your plan. Get out and see a movie, because it's one of those things, if the movie theaters were gone, you know you'd miss them as badly as I did during the pandemic. And it's the best movie-going experience in the galaxy. Once again, that website, marcustheaters.com. Find the movie you want to see, find the location closest to you, and buy your tickets and do it all right there. marcustheaters.com. Very proud to have them as the official movie sponsor here on Geek to Me Radio. We've got Susan Eisenberg on the line as my friend's co-host this evening. And that was Kevin Smith let us back. It's very exciting. We're going to be able to hear your voice again as the Sorceress in Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe Revelations.
I know, it was so exciting that we got to hear the trailer. I mean, that was like, it made it real, you know? And
Yeah.
I had just worked with Kevin, I think the day before, because I had some pickups to do for an episode that I had recorded for Masters of the Universe. And it was very sweet, because at the end of this session, Kevin said, just so you know, tomorrow's the trailer, and your voice is going to be the first voice we hear.
Yeah,
And
I got
and then, of
chills.
course, it's followed by Mark Hamill, which isn't too shabby. I mean, sharing a screen with Mark is, you know, it's such a thrill. I can't. I mean, you can hear it in my voice. I mean, it's just I'm overjoyed that I get to be a part of this project.
And I know, obviously, most of this was done for the voice stuff you're doing. I think at the very beginning you had a couple of group sessions, but most of it was done during the pandemic. Did you get to be in studio with Mark at all?
No, because I think we only had I think I only had 2 sessions before COVID hit,
Okay.
and then I was recording from home, so I didn't. And or Sarah Michelle Gellar, who plays my daughter in the show,
That's right.
would have loved. We had some really special, like really poignant scenes together, and it would have been very special to have recorded them in the studio together, but we couldn't.
Yeah.
With COVID. So I got a chance to hear a little bit of them the other day when I was recording my pickups, and it just I got chills. I mean, truly, from listening to our scenes. So I'm so excited. The show debuts on July 23rd on Netflix.
That's
and
right.
If you're out there and you're a Masters of the Universe fan, or even if you're not, because I didn't really know much about the show before, and I have to tell you, I was so moved by some of the episodes, and I didn't even know that world. So I think I hope people will love it. I hope the fans that loved it before will love this and this iteration of it, and I hope we'll get new fans who fall in love.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. This, like I said, it was a great thing. It captivated me in my youth, and with all the bevy of people who are starring in this, doing the voice roles, I think it's going to satisfy a lot of the younger crowd and a lot of the people who are my age, who have always loved He-Man. But I think you're going to get a lot of new fans from this, much in the way Justice League did, with people who were older DC Comics fans, and then all the people who were younger who just loved those characters.
Yeah, I hope so. Because that's, I've been lucky enough to have that once, so I hope I get lucky again. I mean, you never know with shows what will capture the imagination of people, but I have a feeling, because Kevin is so in touch with the fandom, he just has such respect for the fans and such an appreciation for the history of the show, that I think it'll resonate with the fans. I hope so anyway.
Yeah, I think it will, for sure. And if you're listening right now, we're doing Friends Trivia. You can feel free to call in 314-931-5877. Did you have one of the friends particularly that you identified the most with, like with their character? Were you more of a Monica? Were you more of a Rachel? How were you on the cast, Susan?
Well, I'm definitely not a Monica, because I'm not really type A, and I'm definitely not a Phoebe, because I'm not as zany and colorful as she is. I'd love to say I was a Rachel, but I think that's just like in my own mind. That's like my own fantasy that I was so much like Rachel. But I guess if I had to choose one, I would say Rachel. But I don't think that's real. Like I said, I think that's my fantasies. That I didn't have her hair, but I aspired to.
Well, I just saw someone sent me an article. Maybe my wife sent me the article. I'm looking up here on Messenger now that they said the Rachel haircut is coming back. And there's an article on Here's How to Wear It in 2021. It's from Vogue, UK Vogue has the article, if anyone's interested.
I don't think I'm interested until she does it again. If she does it again, then maybe I'll give it a shot. But no, I mean, it was just crazy. Everyone fell in love with that hairdo.
Yeah.
And everyone fell in love with her, and I mean, she was so darling on the show, and I think all of them were really, and the chemistry they all had, I mean, that's just magic. I mean, and I think they'd be the first to say that they had all done so many pilots, and you have so many shows that you think are going to take off that don't take off. And then you lock into this remarkable group of people who went on this extraordinary ride together, and they came out the other side as friends, and all, healthy. So, I have such respect for what they went through and their success and how they stayed together. And when they negotiated, it was reported they all stayed on the same page.
Yeah.
No one got uppity about it. So it's really something else.
I agree. We've got a couple calls just came in, Susan, so we're going to have you can be their lifeline if need be. We're going to go to line 1 here first, and I believe we've got Gabriella. Is this you?
Yes, it is. Can you hear me?
I can. How are you? Say hello to Susan Eisenberg.
Hi, Susan.
Hello. I'm so excited. I wonder what your question's going to be.
Are you on a scale of 1 to 10, Gabriella? How big of a Friends fan are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Ooh, I would say 5.5 because
Okay.
like I watched it with my parents when it was on Netflix, but then like they took it off and then like I couldn't watch it anymore because I don't have like the HBO Max I think is what it's on. So
Okay, well, we'll make it fairly easy then, since it's a 5.5. And like I said, I want good karma because I want to have some winners tonight. I want want to put good energy out in there. So I'll make it a fairly easy question. Which one of the main 6 characters got their own spin-off show?
oh wow. This should be easy.
If you're nervous, Susan can be your lifeline.
I'm thinking real hard.
I'll narrow it down
It
for
would be
you.
wrong.
It's one of the guys.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. Joey?
Susan, does that sound right?
I think it does sound right.
That is correct. Gabriella, that is correct. Joey got his own spin-off, lasted for 2 seasons on NBC.
Oh, love that. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well done.
Good job, Gabriella. I'm going to
Good
put you
job.
on hold, and we are. Bob's going to get your information for when we do a drawing at the end of the night. If we draw your name, we will give you a call back. So give Bob your information, and we'll be in touch.
Awesome. I'll
Thank
be on
you
here
so
the whole
much.
time.
Thank you. Hang on.
Thank you.
All right.
And let's see, put Gabriella on hold, and then we have on line 2. This should be Matthew. Matthew, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing well. Say hello to Susan Eisenberg.
Susan, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, doing great. You guys are awesome. Been listening in and great fans of both of you.
Thank you. That's very kind
Okay, well,
of you.
can I get my greeting? I'm going to do my greeting again, okay? Just hold on for a sec.
Okay.
How you doing?
Oh,
Was that better? How you
I mean, that's a
doing?
dream come true. That is a dream come true right there.
See, I think Susan, if Wonder Woman used that line on Batman, I think there wouldn't have been an issue. We'd have had Wonder Bat City.
I think we did okay.
No, you definitely did. So, Matthew, on a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a Friends fan would you say you are?
Oh, I'm not much. I'm gonna say I'm going for it for my girlfriend today. I'm probably like a 3 out of 10.
Okay, well, it's kind of you to do that for her.
Very.
Let's see. Let me give you a multiple choice then, and see if that will help you out. Trying to go through some of the questions I've got.
All right.
And here, you know what? I've got this one. I'll make it a 50-50 for you.
Oh, all right.
So, which one of the characters was Monica's first kiss?
Ooh, okay. Monica's first kiss, and I'm gonna guess it's one of the main gentlemen.
That's correct. In fact, I'll narrow it down for you further. I'm like I said, I want to have good karma out there, Matthew. So, was it Ross or Chandler was her first kiss ever?
Ross or Chandler? You know what? I'm gonna go with, because I know Ross is Monica's brother.
That's correct.
And I think it sounds like something the show would do. I'm gonna say Ross was Monica's first kiss.
That is correct.
Oh my gosh,
Well
thank you.
done.
I've got
Thank you,
Justin.
thank
He's
you.
fact checking me. He'll kind of prickle up a little bit if I'm getting him wrong. So I've got someone to fact check. So yes, good job, Matthew. Congratulations. I'm going to plug you on hold. You've done your girlfriend proud. We're going to give you over to Bob. He'll take your information and we'll draw names at the end of the show. And if you're hopefully you're one of the winners.
All right, sweet. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hang on one
you.
second. I'll do
Yeah,
that.
have a good night, guys.
You too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Off of the lock and put you on hold. I'm learning this phone system tonight.
Wow. Well, I mean, listen, you're doing pretty good.
Better
juggling.
than
You're juggling.
better than before. I got to say, Joey V. You remember Joey, Susan, because Joey's
Yes, I
always
do.
doing
Yes, I
all the
do.
behind the scenes stuff and making the show sound as good as it does. Joey's on mic 2. Joey, do you have one of the friends who you relate more to, even though it's not maybe your namesake Joey, but was it one of the other ones?
You know what? All I had to say was how you doing back in high school, and girls would melt. So
See?
he helped me out incredibly.
Yeah.
Acting class, the girls loved it. I was taking on a new role of a bad actor, basically. But it was a good impression of him, so
Yeah.
it worked out.
Perfect. So Joey has the namesake Joey. That's great. So
Can we
so
get
far
back
so
to the
good.
kiss one? I don't think I knew that. That's so odd about Ross being her first kiss.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense too, because I vaguely remember the episode where they were talking about it was because they were brother and sister, and she was obviously overweight as a small girl, so it kind of made sense that they would do something like that. That she,
Oh, okay. I don't remember that one. I would have gotten that one. I mean, I would have gotten it wrong. I would have heard the buzzer go. Meh.
See, I don't think that's it. I need to put that. I'll put that as a note here. I need a buzzer for trivia coming up for when people get the question wrong.
You really do. I think we need sound effects.
We should. I'll work on that for next show just for you, since this is
Okay,
your show.
thank you.
Since this is your
Thank
show.
you.
So, do you have a favorite episode, Susan?
Oh, the kiss. Yeah, the kiss. I mean, I watched that a million times when Ross and Rachel get together.
Yeah.
And, like they have the fight and he storms out and she goes to lock the door at the cafe and, and he's standing at the door and she opens the door and she can't open it. And the kiss. No, I mean, I loved it. I mean, hello, romantic. I loved it.
That was perfect. I'd have to say my favorite is the
perfect.
one where Joey thought he was having sympathetic labor pains with Phoebe, and ended up he had kidney stones.
Yes.
And he was in the hospital. I think that's probably my favorite episode, just from the doctor saying, "So what do you think it is, Doc? Kidney stones. Oh, could it be something else? Kidney stones. What else could it be? Kidney stones."
Kidney stones, yeah. And I got to say, I also loved Chandler and Monica. I loved when they got together and then they come back and, they're pretending they're not together, and all the drama that played out with the two of them hiding their romance from the rest of the group. I loved that. They were adorable together. I mean, obviously, of course, all the ones that resonate for me are the romantic ones.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's they had so many great episodes. I think another favorite one of mine was from the first season where they have the blackout and Chandler gets stuck in the vestibule with Victoria's Secret's model.
Oh my God! Yes, that was great. And wasn't it so fun when we heard the table read, like when they were all together up for the reunion? I mean, as somebody who's done a couple of table reads myself, it's I think the fans really enjoy it, but I think the actors really do as well. And I think one of the things that touched me so much about the reunion was how much the actors were loving it. I mean, it wasn't just the fans.
Right.
I think the actors had such a good time.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think it's just one of those phenomenons, those shows. Like they were on, and they talked about it during the reunion, how Marta Kaufman was like, all of a sudden we're on the cover of Rolling Stone. We're doing this. We've got, it was a huge, just a sensation.
Yeah, I loved hearing from the producers and the writer. I loved that. I mean, it was just such an added dimension because the actors, get so much of the credit, which rightfully so. They can, they deserve it. But the writers, the producers, the people who put them together, wasn't it fantastic hearing about the casting of the show and how we got those 6 actors?
That was one of the more interesting portions, I thought, how we got them cast and in what order they were cast.
Yes. Yeah, I loved it. I just loved it. I could have watched that segment, for longer. I mean, it was really intriguing hearing all of that stuff.
I agree. And once again, we're doing Friends Trivia tonight. If you have a hankering to give it a try, we've already had, I think, 6 out of 6 people get the correct answer, so we're good there. 314-931-5877. We're going to take another quick commercial break. My special guest host is Susan Eisenberg in this Friends Trivia edition. Give us a call. Susan will be your lifeline, and we'll be right back after this. Please stand by.
Hi, this is John Glover, and you're listening to Geek to Me Radio. I love a good geek.
And we want to make sure we tell you about our premier sponsor, the City of St. Charles. That's the Greater St. Charles Convention and Visitors Bureau. If you're a longtime listener, you know them from the website discoverstcharles.com. That's discoverstcharles.com. I was just out there Saturday. Just people are taking advantage of it. It's in the best way possible, as they should be doing. Going outdoors, a lot of people jogging and bike riding and walking their dogs up and down the Katy Trail, playing frisbee golf in Frontier Park, just hanging out, looking at the old depot. There's the restaurants were mobbed, people wanting to get back out. The world's starting to open back up again. And if you're wanting to get back out and see someplace you may not have seen before, City of St. Charles is a great place to go. The website, again, discoverstcharles.com. If you're from out of town, there is a lot to see and do. Maybe it's on your list like, you know what, we want to get out and see someplace new this year, someplace we've not been. Just the charm and uniqueness that St. Charles has to offer. There's lots of places to stay, from little bed and breakfasts all the way up to world-class hotels with first, the amazing accommodations you'd expect from a 5-star hotel. And there's something for everybody. If you're a foodie, my goodness, there's a lot of places to eat and drink up and down Main Street and all over that area. From a history standpoint, lots to see and do there. There's something literally for everybody, and I can't encourage you to check it out enough. If you're in the greater St. Louis area, you've got no excuse. Go across the bridge, go have some fun in St. Charles, take your dog for a walk, and get out and enjoy the outdoors. Once again, the website, discoverstcharles.com, as we always say, for an historically good time. Hopefully, I know Wizard World changed the location of their venue for 2022 to the St. Charles Convention Center. So that'd be great if we could get Susan Eisenberg and George Newbern and Maria Canals-Barrera and Andrea Romano to come to St. Charles, and they can say, wow, James, you were right. This really is a nice place, and you can come and meet all four, and that'd be great.
Well, I got to say, you really sold it. I mean, it sounds wonderful, and I think especially now people are venturing out and want to visit places that they haven't been, and I hope people come see your neighborhood, your neck of the woods.
Yeah, there's a lot to see and a lot to do. That's for sure. I was a little bummed in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. They have St. Charles is where Star-Lord's grown up, and they filmed it in Atlanta. I'm like, what is going on? Come on, film in St. Charles. What's wrong with you? But the tax credit thing, it's a whole thing. I would have to do a whole show just getting into all that. So we'll table that for next time that we have you on, Susan. We'll discuss it at length. I should say the next time you have me on. We've already discussed this is Susan's show.
It is, and I'm going to expect a name change any day now.
That's right. Geek to Me Radio, starring Susan Eisenberg with her partner James Enstall. No
you. Billing. It's all about the billing, my friend.
That's right. And I should say, too, for those of you, and again, this is they're not a sponsor of the show, but I do want to give a shout out to Mitch Halleck and Terrificon, because if you want to meet Susan Eisenberg, is that the next con you're doing, Susan?
It is.
Okay.
It is, and it's soon. I mean, it's going to be here before we know it. So, yeah, that's the end of July.
Yeah.
Early August. Yep,
yeah, July 31st through August 1st. July 30th through August 1st. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'll be there, and George Newbern will be there, and Maria Canals-Barrera, Hawk Girl, and Superman and Wonder Woman will be visiting, and there may be others, but I don't have confirmation, so I don't want to say anything.
Gotcha. Well, as long as their names rhyme with Schmandrea Catano, then I'll be thrilled.
So, are we going to see each other?
Absolutely. No, I've already talked to Mitch. We're set to go. I've got a gift for you that I'll give to you when you get there. So it'll be as a little surprise. I'm very excited. I've got some more stuff that I've got all of you need to sign for me, because I've got posters galore that need stuff signed. So.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
So
and
exciting.
Bob will be going, and he'll finally get to meet you as well.
Oh, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. I mean, don't you feel like it's right around the corner? Because I do.
It's coming up quick. I've already started. I feel like a little boy on Christmas, because I'm getting my list together and writing down the things I need to bring to have people sign. It's very exciting.
Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, no pun intended. So, yeah. So, I mean, well, I'll probably do 3 or 4 more shows before we see each other, though.
Okay. Yeah, that's all right. I understand. That's fine. Be that way.
No, I meant 3 or 4 of your shows.
Oh yes, my shows. Okay, I thought you were seeing other radio shows. That's why I thought you were getting.
No, no, I'll probably be on the air with you 3 or 4 more times.
Hey, I have no problem with that at all. That's fine. We can host. And you brought up a good point. You and I were talking off air before the show, and we're both a little miffed because HBO gave us a Friends reunion, but HBO Max, if you're listening, where is our Justice League reunion?
I mean, Frenchmen's. I mean, seriously, yes, okay, a few more people watch Friends than
a handful at best.
A handful at best. But come on, I mean, we have our fan base is pretty fabulous.
I would say so.
I mean, I love our fan base, and we're polite. We ask for things nicely, and I think we deserve it. So
I do too.
Who knows? Maybe it's in the cards. Maybe it's being discussed. And we're not even privy to it yet. But wouldn't that be really? I mean, come on, James. I think it's overdue.
I do too. You're preaching to the horse's mouth here, I think, as the saying goes. I think I got that correct. I nailed that.
Listen, you and I have done entire shows about it, and we've talked privately about it many a time. So I know that you're the choir, and I'm the choir, and we preach to each other, we preach to others, we preach to strangers, but still, we hold on hope. We hold on to hope, right?
Yes, we do.
Hashtag JL Reunion.
That's right. Hashtag JL Reunion. We should mention, too, because I don't want to get to the end of the show and not have this. So, obviously, if you're listening right now, one of the ways you can support the show is to follow me on social media at Geek to Me Radio on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/Geek to Me Radio. Give the show page a like there. That all helps boost us up. Another reason another way you can help us out is download the show after the fact. We've got a bunch of shows already up. This is, I think, our 237th show. So you can go to geektomeradio.com and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcast. If you're on Anchor.fm, if you're on Stitcher, if you're on Apple, iTunes, Google Play, all this stuff, download us and leave us a 5-star review. That also helps us in the search engine. And we have a Patreon that we just recently revamped. So patreon.com/Geek to Me Radio. We'd love to have you support us that way as well. And of course, we've got stickers. For those of you who are watching, Joey V, my executive producer, whipped up these stickers. We have in the style of My Little Pony there. You can see those. And then we have in the style of the G.I. Joe logo for those of you watching. And I think we need to do a Justice League one next, Joey. That's what we'll work on. I say all this stuff, and Joey just kind of, he does all this stuff, and it's amazing. He comes up with this stuff, and he's probably got a list of, I'm going to kill him in his sleep one day. We've got all these different, there's the Micro Machines logo, and so it's very impressive, and all the stuff that Joey's got. And if you're a Patreon subscriber, we're going to send you a nice little package as well with some goodies. We appreciate your listening and subscribing to us there. And obviously, again, before we get out of here, I want to make sure people know where to find Susan Eisenberg. So, Susan, where can people keep up with you?
Well, it's really easy because it's Susan Eisenberg 1, the number 1. And they're on Instagram and Twitter. And then I have a website if people want to know where I'm going to be appearing at Comic-Cons. It's SusanEisenbergVoice.com. So that's where people can find me.
Perfect.
But I think I'm the most present on Twitter, because I really love Twitter.
Yeah. I feel like that's the one I do the best. I'd love to do Instagram more. So if you're following me on Twitter, please also follow me on Instagram at Geek to Me Radio, because I need some support and some help there, because I need to get that going more. So the more people follow me, maybe I'll give it some more effort and get into it more.
It's hard. It's hard. It's really the thing is, I'm much more verbal than I am visual in terms of how I express myself. So Twitter is just a more natural fit to me, and I appreciate Instagram, and it's kind of complicated to me.
Yeah, you're not
there
wrong.
Are all these aspects. There are all these aspects to it, and I'm just like, and they recently changed it, so it's a little confusing. But I like the stories. I like posting, but in terms of a conversation with people and a community, although I have to say the dog community that I'm involved with, other people with pet children, that I feel very connected to, and obviously superhero community. But the conversation around those things on Twitter is just brilliant. Really, I love it.
I agree. And again, for those of you listening, if you want to call in, we've got about 8 minutes left before we have to sign off. So we're doing Friends Trivia. You've got a 1 in, I think, 8 or 9 chance here of getting one of these prizes. If you want to call in and get a question correct, 314-931-5877. None of these questions are terribly difficult. You'll most likely get them, and Susan's here to help you out if you need a helping hand. Real quick, let's just do a real quick lightning round here and see about some of these. Bob is in the back. He's answering the phone lines. Bob, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
All right, cool. Let's toss a question out to Bob here. How many seasons of Friends were there, Bob?
Well, I'm going to just take a shot in the dark and say 9.
So close. Susan, is he high or low?
I think. Oh.
Oh, come on, Susan, please help me.
No, honestly, I'm not sure because I was like, there was a part of me that thought 9 also, and then I thought, well, it could be 10 or 8.
That's correct. It could be 10 or 8. That's a good way. You're steering Bob in the right direction.
So, Bob, 50-50. Is it 10 or 8?
Ooh. 10's a nice round number, but
10 is correct, Bob.
Well,
look at you.
How about that?
Wow, that's great.
See, you went high-low. It's like Price is Right. I watched a lot more Price
I should
is
have the little
Right than I saw
yodeling music.
Friends.
We have to put that in there too, Susan. Very well done, Bob. Yeah, unfortunately, you're working for the show at the moment, so I can't put you in for the prize pack. But we do have a call coming in. I'm just going to grab this one cold. We're going to take this. KTRS, who's this? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air with KTRS. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Katie.
Katie, how are you tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
I'm doing well. Say hi to the host of the show, Susan Eisenberg.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So how massive of a Friends fan are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Make sure we get this question in your wheelhouse.
Okay. I feel like I'm a 9.
Oh, okay. All right. So pretty stilted in Friends lore.
That's exciting.
I love this question because I remember the episode so fondly. So let's see if you get this one right, Katie. What store does Phoebe hate?
Oh, gosh. Store does Phoebe
And if it helps
hate?
you, Rachel got a table from this store, and they couldn't tell her where it was actually
The
from.
apothecary table.
Yes, that's correct. So that's exactly right. What store was it from?
Gosh, was it Pottery Barn?
Pottery Barn's correct.
Oh, yay! Woohoo!
Well done, Katie.
Well done. That's exciting.
Thank you.
And I wouldn't have known the name of the table, so good on you for that too, Katie.
I know.
Yes.
But that was another fun episode. There's just so many great episodes that have those little moments like that just make them so much fun.
Oh, I know.
Do you have a favorite episode, Katie?
I really love the episode where Ross goes to the tanning booth.
Oh gosh.
That is
was
in
a
my
good
top
one.
10.
Yes. Yeah, I was pulling up some clips, and they had the one where he put on the really tight leather pants. And he was in
Yes.
the bathroom, and he couldn't get them back
Oh,
on, and
gosh.
Joey's just
Put
giving
the
him
baby powder
random
in.
advice. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I mixed the lotion with the
That was-
powder, and now it's made a paste. That was another one. Katie, that was awesome. Thanks very much for calling in. I'm going to put you on hold. You're going to give your information to Bob, and we're going to do our drawing here in probably about another 10 minutes. So we'll hopefully be giving you a call back.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Hang on one
Thank
moment.
you.
All
You
right.
bet.
I like going out on a strong note. If you want to try to call in, we've got about 3 or 4 minutes. We can get another quick question in. 314-931-5877. We'll try to squeeze in one more if you can call very quickly here. I'm going to run through a couple of these with you, Susan, just to see how we do. Actually, you know what? Justin is a massive Friends fan. I wonder if I can stump him. He's on the mic over here. Justin, let's see if we can stump Justin. Let's see. Oh,
And
okay.
James, you have to let us know who you most related to of the characters.
Chandler. I was always a Chandler fan.
Okay, you know what? I knew that. I
Yeah.
knew that going in.
Could I
knew that
be
going
any
in. Of
more like
course you
Chandler?
are. No, you couldn't.
All right, so Justin, when I told him, he's in the studio here with me, he helps me run Outdoors Dan show and everything like that, and he was like, you're in Friends trivia? I love Friends, so we'll see if I can try to stump him here.
Okay, awesome.
Which one of the Sprouse twins played Ross's son, Ben?
That would be Cole.
Cole is correct. Wow, look at that.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, let's see. I got to try to find another one. And he knew Muriel because I asked him that earlier, and he knew that one.
Wow. He is a fan.
Let's see. Which member of the British royal family appeared on Friends? Oh, I may have stumped him.
I'm assuming this is the one where they went to London.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. She has a nickname that's synonymous with a singer, female singer.
Oh, it's Fergie, right?
That's correct. Sarah
It's
Ferguson,
funny
Duchess
because
of York.
it could only be Fergie, right? I mean, it could only be Fergie.
That's
'Cause who else
I would think.
I mean, really? I mean, of course it's Fergie. Of course she appeared on Friends.
And Joey, are you a huge, massive Friends fan? Not at all. Okay, I don't want to. All right, I was going to ask you a question. I'll throw this one back to Justin then. Let's see if you can get this one. When Joey's agent died and Phoebe had to impersonate her, what was the name of Joey's agent, her first name?
That would be Estelle.
Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. All right. And
Impressive.
I'm trying to think of that's an easy one. What's the name of Ross's monkey? Everyone knows that. Susan, I'm gonna give you the last word tonight, Susan.
Oh gosh.
Name two of, or I should say name one, because there's a couple different ones. Name one of Phoebe's aliases.
Oh God.
She actually legally changed her name to one of them.
I know.
And then the other one she always went by.
Okay. Give me a hint.
Okay. So it's the last name is a term for a man's not Speedo, but underwear. It's a nickname for a man's underwear when they wear the really tight.
Boxer?
No.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Justin, you still there?
Justin, you want now? You're Susan's lifeline. Justin, do you know this one?
Yeah.
Because Justin will totally
Surprisingly,
know
I
it.
do.
What is it?
Okay.
I just saw a video of this recently. It's Princess Consuela Banana Hammock.
That's correct. And the other one I would have accepted was Regina Phalange.
Okay, you know what? I don't even feel badly that I don't know those. I just can't even feel badly about that. Well done, Justin. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's we don't have any other calls, so I'm going to start to wrap it up here as we kind of get to the tail end of our show. Once again, if you're listening, make sure you check out Masters of the Universe Revelations. Susan voices the Sorceress in that, the Sorceress of Grayskull, directed by Kevin Smith, who we all know is a huge fan. It's got a lot of great talent, both from the original cast. Alan Oppenheimer, who voiced Skeletor originally, is in it, and then as Susan mentioned, Mark Hamill is in it. Sarah Michelle Gellar is in it. Phil Lamar, Kevin Conroy, her Justice League colleagues. I'm so excited for this. And when did you say it comes out, Susan?
July 23rd on Netflix.
And do you have, sometimes I'll ask you and you say, well, I can't tell you, James, because we have to wait a while. Do you have anything else you can tell us about that you've got coming up?
I still can't tell
Okay,
you.
that's fine. Just thought I'd ask. I always like to have the breaking news on our show. That's fine.
I know, and it's so frustrating because it's exciting, but I can't say it yet. And hopefully it'll be released soon, and I can start talking about it.
Okay, well, if you'll have me back on the show, I'd like to be the one to ask you about it.
You're always welcome.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Very kind.
Once again, for letting me do this with you. I love this.
No, this is
so
great.
Fun.
Thanks for doing it. I appreciate having a co-host who knows her stuff, and I'm excited to see you
I didn't
at
really
Terrificon.
know it.
Well, you did obviously. You saved poor Matthew from losing.
True.
So that was a huge help.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, good. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
And once again, Susan Eisenberg, you can find her at Susan Eisenberg1 on across social media, and her website SusanEisenbergVoice.com. Right?
Yes, that's it.
Perfect. Susan Eisenberg, as always, thank you so much for your time tonight. I greatly appreciate your help.
Thank you. Well done. This was great. I think this should be a regular thing you do.
We might end up doing trivia on a monthly basis. I want to make sure we give a shout out next Sunday. Dan Slott on the phone, Rick Burchett in studio talking about their run on She-Hulk and, of course, a bunch of other stuff. July 4th, Independence Day, we'll have the writer-director of the movie Independence Day, Dean Devlin, in studio with us. So make sure you check us out there, and make sure you also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Geek to Me Radio. Help support the show. Go to patreon.com/GeekToMeRadio, and, of course, bit.ly/GeekToMe. Shop on Amazon as you normally would, and a small percentage of that purchase goes to helping the show. Until next week, my friend.
That's our show. This is Geek to Me Radio.
Thank you, Central Perk. Good night.
Hey kids, are your parents about to buy you a shiny new toy from Amazon?
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Well, don't be selfish. Share some of that money with us. Before going on Amazon, make sure to type in bit.ly/geek2me in the web browser. It will look just like Amazon.com, except it'll say referral Geek to Me Radio up top. And then when you check out, a tiny percentage will go to support the show without costing you 1 cent more. So before your parents get you that gizmo, gadget, or widget, make sure they type in bit.ly/geek2me in the web browser.
bit.ly/geek2me, bit.ly/geek2me.